And quickly before we get into this video, I'd like to give a shout out to Ahead for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to pick up cheap and reliable Rocket League items on one of the most trusted sites on the internet, make sure you actually check them out. First link in the description. You can buy and sell your Rocket League items and use code ZENIC at checkout for 3% off your orders. Do you guys want to be in with the chance of winning these White Wonderments on my card right now, or £20 worth of V-Bucks to spend on whatever you want on Fortnite? Well, all you've got to do is drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on them post notifications, and comment your details down below. The winner will be announced at 15,000 subscribers. The trade you guys are seeing on screen right now is probably the best trade of this episode. Guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm bringing you a Nothing to Something episode, but this time with a bit of a twist on it. As some of you guys might know, they've actually released some new items, which are mostly wheels. The new wheels actually look really cool. That you can see in the thumbnail and the title right now. That is the new wheel that I'm going to be going for, the titanium white version of that. So they've actually brought out these new wheels for the new streams. And if you guys link your Xbox, PS4 or your Steam account to Twitch, you can actually link it up and get yourself some of these fan rewards. It might take a bit of time, but eventually you'll get some cool rewards from it. As most of you guys know, the series that I've done before this is going all the way from nothing to White Wonderments, and before that was nothing to Trigon. So I'm just going to be continuing it a little bit, because I don't know what the prices are going to be, but I'm going to be going for the most expensive item that comes out of these streams. So yeah, if you guys want me to upload more of these Nothing to Something videos to actually teach you how to trade and go all the way up to these big items, make sure to smash that like button right now. 300 likes and I'll bring out another episode very, very soon. But without further ado, let's get into this Nothing to Something episode. I hope you guys enjoy. So the first trade of today we have got is someone that wanted to buy my two very rares that I actually put up on the Looking For group. And that's what I could suggest as well. Step one of how you can get yourself these good items is just use the Looking For group, because that can give you a huge variety of people. If you're on Xbox, this especially works for you, because you can get a variety of different people that are looking for certain stuff. It's sort of like GamerLink, but obviously on the Xbox app. So he did all of this stuff just because he needed these very rare boosts. I was like, oh, I'm not complaining, I'll take all of these crates so I can trade them on. The next trade we've got right here is me just selling these other crates I really don't need and get myself some PCCs. This guy said that he wanted a variety of crates. He didn't want the PCCs anymore. He told me to add a little bit, and I added, I think it was one more velocity crate, and he put in some sky blue devil horns. So I was like, fine, I'll be able to maybe flip them or use them as a little bit of ads to get something a little bit better. So I thought, why not? You know how easy these PCC crates are, easy to trade. So I didn't really mind doing that trade. Third trade of this episode is me just selling these White Wonderments. I really could not sell these. The demand has dropped like hugely. I bought a lot of, on my main account I bought a lot of Striker White Wonderments, which is the only investment I would do for Wonderments in general, because Striker White is incredibly rare, and I've still got 4 of them, which is really good because I can sort of see where they're going. I don't know how many people have them anymore, but this was just to flip the normal white ones I really didn't need. I couldn't sell them and get myself a bubbly mystery decal. Then after looking on the market a little bit, I found someone that desperately wanted to sell his forest green zombies for a mystery decal. So I was thinking maybe I'll be offering like a hex. Hex is the max I would offer, just because it would be hard to flip for power. I might be able to get the hex back. So I thought, why not go low a little bit more and go with a labyrinth, and he actually ticked up. They're PCC, so it's going to be a bit hard to trade, but you'll see in the future I managed to get myself an incredibly good deal with these forest green zombies. So that's a decent trade in the end for me. Then straight after doing that, someone else invited me to trade, and he said he wanted to sell his orange octane, and I said I have a lot of crates to actually offer him, and he said sure, I'll have a look. And I gave him a lot of different crates. They're not the best crates, but I gave him a decent amount of crates, and he said he just wanted a lot of crates because he couldn't really sell the octane. And I know that the octanes are creeping up a little bit, so even if I don't sell it in this episode, by the time I come back, they would have gone up a tiny bit. So I paid that amount of crates, which probably adds up to around a Taurus of biomass. And I know I'll be able to get bio out of it, so that's a profitable trade right there. Then I joined someone's game, and he said that he wanted a Tachyon boost. So I was like, sure, I'll see what you got. I'll probably get rid of it for maybe like a crate or two. And this guy eventually, he offered me a very rare boost, which was, I think it was Frostbite. Yeah, it was Frostbite. So he offered me a Frostbite. I really couldn't complain, as I'll be able to get at least a PCC crate out of it, because a lot of people want those very rares. Remember the first trade I did, how much he actually paid just for the very rare boost. So at the end of the day, that's another trade that I'll be able to make a lot of profitable. The next trade we've got right here is me just getting myself a victory crate. I know I said I don't really like them, and I know they have dropped a lot over the past week. They're probably around a nitro crate in value now, but I just decided at this time I didn't really need these overdrive, so I thought, why not? It's the same guy, he didn't really need it either. He knew it was dropping, so he wanted to guarantee himself a couple of other crates. So I gave him some overdrive crates, as I know they're not the best sort of crates, so I made a little bit of profit out of it, but it's not the best trade in here. Then we have the best trade of the episode, which is me getting myself a heat wave, and I just did it with the bubbly and the forest green zombies. and I think he added a tiny bit. I'm not too sure of the trade, but at the end of the day, Heatwave has gone up from 1.5 to 1.8, so I know this is an insane trade. Probably Bubbly, Parrot, and Small Ads would have been around the price. It's probably going, I think Heat's going for around, I think it's Bubbly and around a Slipstream at the moment. So that is probably the best trade of the episode we've got. And then after that, I thought to myself, right, I've got a lot of stuff that I do not need at all. So I need to try and do a bit of a bundle for what someone needs. And this guy wanted a mystery decal and some saffron zombies, or saffron zombies and ads. So I showed him all I got. I showed him like the stuff I didn't really need, I wanted to sell. And he was like, sure. I asked for 20xx, and he said, alright, I'll just do the 20xx. So I gave him all the other stuff as well. Probably overpaid a tiny bit, but at the end of the day, I don't really need that stuff, and I'll get the 20xx. And then the exact trade after that, I get myself a very good deal for the 20xx that I recently bought. I get myself a Hexed, a Biomass, which is already 0.7, and then 2 Taurus, which is over Hex. You can get Hex and Add for 2 Taurus. So I pretty much got all of that stuff, which is incredible considering of what I've literally just paid. I paid Saffron Zombies, a Labyrinth, and a load of ads I don't really need. And I've just got myself all of this stuff. So I got rid of the zombies as well, and now I've got loads of BMDs in here. So they'll be very easy to sell and get a lot of different stuff with. And then for the final trade of the episode, I find myself a deal for my Slipstream. This guy said he wanted to give me 2 Hex, which, thinking about it logically, I'm going to flip that hopefully for 2 Taurus. No, 2 Taurus each. So eventually I'll get myself 4 Taurus out of it, but I know that's going to take a very long time for me to do, as it's incredibly hard nowadays to actually get 2 Taurus out of a Hex. But eventually I'll be able to get it because one of them's Sweeper as well. So a decent trade right there, and that actually rounds off the episode for all of the trades. So that is going to do it for the trades of this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I think I made around maybe a Slipstream to a 20xx amount of profit in this episode, so not a bad one. If I do see a lot of support on these episodes, it will motivate me to keep on making more. So if this video gets 300 likes, I'll probably bring one out in just a couple days. So make sure you smash that like button. Let's try and get 300 likes, and I'll bring out another episode in just a couple days. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.